We are advancing economic development in the heavy industrial cluster called Alberta's Industrial Heartland, which sits in the northeast corner of the Edmonton metropolitan region. And as companies in this region are looking to advance decarbonization initiatives, hydrogen becomes a big component of those conversations. So our role in the hydrogen ecosystem really is to help companies that are looking to advance capital projects. We want to help them advance projects in Alberta's Industrial Heartland. And as hydrogen becomes more of an interest for companies who are looking to decarbonize, and hydrogen can play a role in industrial decarbonization, we work with those companies to help them advance their projects in Alberta's Industrial Heartland. And there's been a number of exciting developments in the hydrogen space here in the Industrial Heartland. I'm sure it'll be talked about a number of times at the conference, of course, but a big announcement over the last year since the last conference was Linde announced a major hydrogen production facility in the Industrial Heartland to be built and operating here. So I'm sure it'll be talked about at the conference, but that's one of the big exciting developments over the last 12 months. The infancy stage for hydrogen consumption, I would say, in non-industrial applications like transportation and commercial applications or residential applications. So with respect to industrial consumption of hydrogen, it's obviously been consumed in industrial applications for decades, and it's a very mature technology. But so certainly there are challenges in advancing the hydrogen ecosystem. The largest challenge for advancing hydrogen for consumption outside of industrial applications really is advancing demand. So demand that is organic and economic, that is going to pull on hydrogen as an opportunity for decarbonization. That's one of the biggest challenges, and that often is underpinned by ensuring that the economic model works. So there's sufficient economics to drive projects that will consume hydrogen and therefore require the production of hydrogen, which would likely be produced out here in Alberta's Industrial Heartland. So it's been a conversation for a number of years. How do you advance demand for hydrogen consumption? And I believe that's a key topic in the conference this year as well. When you look at the Industrial Heartland and you look at the companies operating here and their decarbonization objectives, hydrogen can play a role here in helping companies decarbonize their industrial facilities. And out here in the Industrial Heartland, we're primarily talking about hydrogen produced from natural gas and using carbon capture and sequestration technology here. So one of the best jurisdictions in the world to produce hydrogen using CCS, given the low-cost feedstocks and the infrastructure and pore space that enables low-cost, low-carbon hydrogen to be produced. So hydrogen plays a significant role, or at least there's a significant opportunity for facilities operating here in the Industrial Heartland to advance industrial decarbonization goals using hydrogen based on the competitive advantages here of that low-cost feedstock and all of that great pore space that is highly suitable for carbon capture and sequestration of carbon dioxide. We work with a number of companies. We're working with companies that are trying to develop new technologies for hydrogen production, and we also work with companies who are trying to advance, classic production of hydrogen from steam methane reforming or autothermal reforming using carbon capture sequestration. So we'll work with a range of companies who are trying to advance their objectives. I already mentioned one of the exciting developments in the last 12 months was the announcement of the Linde facility in the Industrial Heartland. But there's companies who are advancing demonstration facilities, trying to demonstrate or pilot out their new technology for hydrogen production. And we're excited that you might see some interesting developments over the next few years with respect to hydrogen production that continue to advance the hydrogen ecosystem in the Edmonton metropolitan region. The hydrogen convention here in Edmonton that's happening every year, it really provides a platform for all stakeholders to come together and either advance commercial opportunities, discuss common issues amongst stakeholders, perhaps regulatory streamlining that's required. It's a platform for a number of stakeholders to get together and try to advance a hydrogen ecosystem in the region. So it's very important. And the fact that it's an annual event, what it does then is it enables all those stakeholders to have it in their calendar. They know that there's an annual event here in Edmonton to attend and advance their hydrogen objectives. So it's a very important conference, and we're happy to be a part of it.